Hello everyone and welcome back to Dead After Dark. I am so excited that I'm back. I hope everybody had a fantastic Christmas and Happy New Year. 2017 will probably still be shit, but the only thing that's getting us through the fact that I have crippling depression is the fact that Walking Dead starts next month again. Let's just get right into it because we'll have so much to go through considering it's been the mid-season premiere and it was so good. Like, I have to say, it was probably the best episode of the season. Like, it was insanely good. I thought, so far I've been thinking that the start of season 7's been quite boring. Like literally my lecturer has just said to us, to sum up the start of season 7 in one word, or a couple of words would be, Negan is a bad man. So it's pretty right, like it's all just been Negan, and it was kind of expected to be like that, but I thought there was just going to be a little bit more. So anyway, Maggie visits Glenn's grave and we see that she gets a bit upset, and she's probably thinking about how different things would be if Glenn was here, because Glenn would always take the humane approach with things. He would always kind of think, okay, we can kill people, but what's the way that we should do it, where we're not doing something that's going to change us as people. But we're in season 7, so really they shouldn't be thinking about that at this point anymore, because the world is coming to an end. Who gives a shit? Gregory tries to flirt with Maggie and then gets completely shot down, and it's so funny because Gregory is such a twat. Like, I can't stand him. He's so up his own arse, and I quite happily punch him in the face. And then Negan's cooking in Rick's kitchen, like nothing's wrong, like, oh, I'm just gonna kill a bunch of people, go to your house, make spaghetti bolognese, who gives a shit. And then Olivia also sticks by her word. Oh, Olivia, I can't even say her name without tearing up. Olivia was like amazing, and on Talking Dead she did an interview, the actress, I don't know her name unfortunately, but when she teared up on camera and she was so sad that Olivia isn't, she's dead now. It's so sad because I think Olivia was so nice, but she was a badass. She was like a Carol. Like, she can be nice, but then don't piss her off because she'll slap me in the face. So next I wrote, Rick and Aaron get to the Big Boat Supplies and then find a note left by the person previously living there saying, congrats for winning, but you still lose, and then it's a middle finger drawn on the paper. So I thought that was really funny because clearly the guy was so stubborn. He used to live there, like, oh, you'll never get to my boat because it's in the middle of a lake and I have so many supplies and so many guns and all this shit, but it's Rick, of course he's going to get to it if he wants it. I next wrote that Aaron almost has a Bob death, because Bob, obviously, when they went to the food bank and with Father Gabriel when they first met him in season 5, when Bob went under the water and unfortunately got bit, that almost happened to Aaron. So I think everyone was kind of expecting Aaron to come back up and lie about it, but and that's what I was expecting personally, but then he was fine, so I hope Aaron doesn't die, because I love Aaron and his husband or boyfriend. I think they're just amazing. Like, I think they're just such a cute couple, like they kick ass together, but they're just like, I'll take care of you if you need to take care and of, get what I mean. Next I wrote that Carol invites Morgan to the cottage despite wanting to be alone. She doesn't want to be alone. I don't think Carol wants to be alone. I think she's kind of locking herself away. She's staying on the down low. She's kind of just wanted to stay off the radar and stuff. But yeah, she clearly doesn't want to be 100% alone. So then Richard, one of the people from the kingdom, then tries to convince Carol and Morgan to fight against the Saviors. But then Carol's like, no, and Morgan of course is like, I don't want to fight and all this, I'll use my stick, like, no. Morgan, there's going to be times where you're going to have to kick some ass, you're going to have to kick some serious booty, and you're not going to enjoy it. Not a lot of people enjoy what they do, in the show. Like, I bet the girls don't enjoy not being able to brush their teeth and wash their hair on a regular basis, but Richard then gnashes off to this hidden caravan full of like empty shit, and then he starts to throw shit around, and it's like, okay, right, what are you doing? And then he starts to cry. And I think it's because he really wants this to be over, this hold that the saviors have on everybody in the kind of area. It's sad. Like, it was sad to see someone break down like he did, because before he was like, oh, I want to kick some ass, you know, I want to be able to fight these guys, you know, will you be on my side? And I think Richard is going to stand in this new uprising that they're going to have with, you know, everybody against the saviors. I think he's going to be one of the leading men. He's going to be like, okay, well, he's going to be very calculated, you know, he's not going to get strung up in his web. He's really going to make an attempt to kick some booty, you know. So yeah, and then someone is spying on Alexandria. Now that bit I thought was a bit like, alright, we're going a bit off plot here. Now it's Negan, and then next it's some guy with holes in his shoes following everyone around. What's going on? Like, he was at the boat, like the hidden boat, away with Rick and Aaron. It's like, who are you? What are you doing? Like, go away, we don't have time for this. We don't have time for your shit, like, go away. So yeah, and it's kind of weird. Next I wrote that Sasha is lying to Maggie about Jesus to protect her, because everybody knows that Maggie will protect what is hers, what is important to her. And I think now that Glenn's died, that kind of motivation is boosted more. I mean, she's clearly not, well, I don't know, I think she's one of them people that kind of hides the way she really feels, and because she doesn't want people to see how weak. She wants to be strong. So when she finds out that Jesus is gone, she'll want to go after him. But she is in no fit state too, emotionally. If she went out and someone else died, I don't think Maggie would be able to handle it, because she would then probably have a sense of, this is my fault. Or if she gets caught, it'll most likely be her fault. So yeah, moving on, because we have so much to go through. Like, seriously, I have like 2 full cards just to go through, okay? So Father Gabriel, and I really like seeing the side of Father Gabriel. Like, I like to see the side where he knows he can, you know, be a badass, but then he can provide emotional support to people. He doesn't just think about the survival element of everything. He thinks about, you know, this is a hard thing for people to go through, so I'm going to give you a shoulder to cry on. So when Rosita gets upset because of everything that's going on, you know, and she wants to go after Negan, Father Gabriel's like, you need to wait for the right time. And I think that is it's a very calculated thing to do. And I think Father Gabriel is totally underestimated. Like, he's weak, but he can also be very strong. But he's more of a behind the scenes kind of guy, like where he can do things that's like more like plotting instead of the actual fight. Like trying to figure out where people are at certain times, and you know, I think he would be better off as that kind of person rather than someone who can fight, because he clearly can't handle it, because of his religion, maybe because he was locked away for the best part of what's actually gone on in the world. I don't know. So yeah, again, Rosita is convinced, you know, I'm going to step back, because then we can give Negan time to put some trust in us, and then we'll strike while we can, and we'll have the advantage because Negan will have his guard down because he trusts them. But then again, I don't think Negan ever has his guard down. I think even in bed, like, he's sleeping with like Lucille next to him. Like, it's really sad. And I forgot my Lucille. I came into filming without bringing my Lucille, so I was really sad. Like, it's just not there. It's really sad. Like, anyway, so then Rosita, which is, this bit's it's confused me, because again, it's going a bit off plot, and I'm like, okay, right, I can roll with this, but if it gets too much, I'm just gonna be like, no, I can't, no, I don't want to do this anymore. So Rosita agrees to kind of go on a date with Spencer, like go for dinner, and it's like, I thought you hated him. I thought you didn't like him. Like, come on, Rosita, make up your mind. Like, I get Rosita will probably need a bit more time after what Abraham did, but what's going on? Like, seriously. Like, I've also, totally off topic, I've also just started to watch Lost, and although it's ended, it came on Sky, so I started watching it, and Michael Cudlitz is in Lost, because he's a police officer with Michelle Rodriguez. I wasn't expecting her to go on Lost, to be honest. I thought she was only in the Fast and Furious movies. But, yeah, Michael Cudlitz is in Lost. And I was really surprised. He's also in Band of Brothers. So recently I've discovered that Michael Cudlitz had like a lot to do before he did The Walking Dead. So, learn something new every day, don't you? So yeah, next I wrote in capitals, Daryl escapes. Daryl has escaped, but this means that it does not give Alexandria and Rick in the group enough time to prepare, because Negan's obviously going to notice that Daryl's gone. But someone helped them. Someone left a note. And the note, as I said in that previous video, I think the note is from Dwight, Sherry, or it could be someone totally random. It could just be someone who we don't even know yet. Hopefully it's someone who we know and someone who's good and someone who we like and whatever. So yeah, and then I literally wrote, Spencer finds the balls to confront Negan, which only leaves him to be killed with the no guts gag. I thought the no guts thing was hilarious. Like, he was like, have you got guts? And then Spencer's like, yeah, and he just cuts them out. And he's like, oh, you do have guts. You know, it wasn't like it was almost like psychotic. Like, he's not even feeling bad that he's just left, he just cut someone's stomach open and all their guts are falling out and they fall and die. You know, like, he's not even bothered. Like, sometimes I love that about Negan, but sometimes I'm like, oh, thank God Negan isn't actually a real person. Oh, right, so, Aaron gets beat up because of the note that Rick and him found, which is left in one of the boxes that they brought back to Alexandria, and then one of the saviors tries to, you know, open the box, get shit out, and then finds the note. So, Aaron gets his booty kicked. Like, what were you expecting? Like, of course they're not going to believe you when you're like, no, like, you don't understand. And then that obviously triggers them more, like, oh, I don't understand, like the saviors don't get told what to do because they're up on this high horse and I don't know, they can do what they want. So next I wrote, Rosita tries to shoot Negan, but coincidentally fails. Now, I actually wrote, no surprise there, because they can't get rid of Negan like that. Like, they can't just have this whole lead up like this, like the whole summer we waited, like of 2016, the whole summer we waited for Negan to show up, like, oh my God, he was going to be such a bad guy and it was going to be like bigger than the governor, bigger than anyone who we've ever come across. And to just kill him like that, it would be a nice change to see kind of them just be like, oh, alright, Negan's dead, what do we do now? But I felt like we've had a lot of what do we do now time, and it's, I know it kind of just gets boring. Like, I want them to pick it back up again. I love the show, don't get us wrong, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit bored now, and I don't like that feeling because I love the show so much, but I don't want to get bored of it. I just want them to, like, pick it back up again, get a good storyline, get lots of character development, get lots of storylines. I don't just want it to be one linear storyline, I want it to be loads of different ones, like a lot of stuff going on, so then I've got a lot of things to focus on. Yeah, anyway, so Rosita almost like sacrifices herself to save everybody else, like, oh, like pressing her face against a knife, like, oh, you can kill me, like, go ahead, but don't hurt anybody else. Like, if you kill me, Negan will almost like lose his urge to kill anyone else. Like, he's like, Lucille's thirsty, so like, obviously he wants to kill someone, he's in the mood to just kind of kill someone. Bit weird, like. I'm kind of thinking like it's probably because she wants to die anyway. She probably feels a little bit responsible because she never really helped Eugene that much to become a stronger person. So when Eugene was the first one to get captured by the saviors, when the night that Glenn and Abraham died, she probably thought, I could have helped him, he could have kicked some ass and then we wouldn't have been in this situation. So, but then again, it probably would have only been one less person to deal with. So, I know, again, it's hard, it's hard to talk about, it's hard to wrap your head around, but hey ho, she tries to save the rest of, you know, everyone at the Alexandria safe zone, but Negan always has to kill someone, but he kills Olivia. Tia. Oh, Olivia. Olivia was one hell of a woman, like, wasn't she? She didn't have a lot of time, but the time that she did have, she was just one of them people that, like, really, like, oh, she's adorable. But then when you see her slap Negan, you're like, oh, you go, girl. Like, oh, I loved Olivia. She was just really a nice person. And I don't know, she kind of reminded us of Carol, but she kind of reminded us of, like, maybe season 4 going season 5 Carol. I don't know why. I think it's just the way she went on. So yeah, and at the end, oh my god, I cried at the end. Everyone reunites and everyone hugs, and then when I'm gonna cry now. Oh my god. When Rick sees Daryl and he just hugs him, how cute was that? Oh my god. And when Norman Reedus then said on Talking Dead that they actually cried, like everyone's tears, like that, like we see everyone is actually sad, like everyone's tearing up. Norman Reedus teared up, like Andrew Lincoln teared up, and it's like, it's such a meaningful thing because now they have Daryl back, and you know, he's not harmed, and he's good, he's healthy, you know, now they have him back, and they're like, and everyone hugs and everyone's happy. And when Sasha and Rosita looked at each other like, yeah, like we can, doesn't matter what happened, we can still do this, like we can still, you know, we can still kick some booty, like we have more motivation now to kick ass more than ever. So my last note is that they get ready for war, so the next part of the season should be good. I am very excited to see what happens in the next part, but I don't want to get my hopes up so much. I don't want to be like, oh my god, it's going to be such a thrilling thing. I want it to be different. I want them to take it in a different approach. I want them to kind of do different things with it. And overall, I just want it to be, I don't know, I want it to just be productive. I want it to go somewhere rather than just feel like at the end of every episode I'm kind of hitting a brick wall and I'm like, I'm not even bothered. The first question is humanity gone with the group? Yeah, I don't think they wanted to. I think they definitely consider it in their decisions, but they'll probably go in circles a bit like, oh, do we kill Negan, do we not? Yeah, let's kill him because he's done everything. But would be killing a person, would be killing someone who is actually providing a service, really. I mean, although he's a bit of a dick, you know, he's still providing a service. Like, if a bigger group came along, the Saviours would probably help them, but obviously it would come at a price. They can't just be generous and help. It would have to come at a price, which is quite sad, really, but oh well. Next question is all the beef truly squashed? Like the beef between all the people in the episode. I think it is. I think Daryl was scared in case Maggie would blame him. Like when Daryl got given the photo of Glenn's head just smashed up, and he cried. I think he thought Maggie is going to hate me. She's going to blame me for everything that's happened with her, and now our child doesn't have a father, and you know, she saw him get his skull smashed in. I think Daryl definitely blamed himself, and he should, because Negan told everyone to keep their shit together and they didn't keep their shit together. So that is Daryl's fault. Like, Daryl shouldn't have lost his temper. Daryl should have known better. And he probably thought, you know what, I'm going to be badass, I'm going to jump up and I'm going to hit you. But no, it doesn't work that way. So things are definitely going to take a different road because Negan's here. But I don't know, I think definitely all the beef is squashed. All the tension between the characters is, I think they're all just going to think, screw it, like, we can't do this, we can't hold grudges when there's a more important matter. I'm just happy that everyone's together now, and it's just nice. It's just a nice feeling. Last question is, who was following Rick and Aaron? I'm gonna be completely honest and say that I have no clue. Like, I think it could go one of two ways. It's a completely new community, or it's someone who we already know but is kind of doing more, again, calculated stuff behind the scenes, seeing what's going on, seeing if everyone's really being truthful. So then Negan or anybody else has a little bit more information to hold against the group. You know, if anyone has any opinions, any questions, please feel free to comment below. So yeah, I'll be back next week, and obviously because the mid-season finale is happened, I really don't know what I'm going to do during this. I think I'm going to do a lot of stuff maybe at my house, because after Christmas I have so much merch and I have so many things that I want to show you guys. I would like to do more things other than just sit and review and talk. You know, I'm gonna get some people involved, hopefully have some people to come in, ask some questions, and you know, it's Dead After Dark, I feel like is gonna go somewhere. Like it's gonna not just stop now that the mid-season is, you know, now there's this gap. So yeah, so thank you very, very much for watching. I know I haven't filmed in 3 weeks now, but that's because college has been closed and I haven't yet got a camera to use at home, but I'm gonna get one. Fuck you all, for fuck's sake, man. Thank you very much for watching Dead After Dark, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.